Okay, so this is the third video of management information systems. Now, in this part, right, of this topic, we finished like management information systems. Now we're going to information systems as general, right? So there's different types of information systems, and the first one we're going to do is personal information systems. So let's just see, just think about your phone. That's a personal information system, right? Your phone is a personal information system. It is used by one person. It is used by you. So that's what everything is saying over here, huh? Now, what is a work group information system? Now, so you know how accounting firms or a business, they will have a work group information system. Now, a work group information system is made about 10 to 100 people, right? So, accounting firms or small businesses, they all run in a work group application system. The next one you're going to get is enterprise. Enterprise system is basically about 100 to 1,000 people. It's done with hospitals. So if you imagine a very, very big business such as a hospital that will run under an enterprise. So hospital, don't forget it's enterprise. The inter-enterprise are basically different enterprises linking upward together. So imagine there's a hospital, then there's a pharmacy, then their patients all linking all together. That now becomes an inter-enterprise, right? Now, an inter-enterprise and an enterprise are very, very good because everything is together. A work group is not good for a business. Why? There's something called information silos, or silo laws, or whatever you call it. We're getting to that right now. But basically, information that is stored in different systems and it is not combined, it's bad. These systems, these two is combined, so it's very, very good. Now, enterprise information systems, as I said, whenever you think of enterprise information systems, they're talking about hospitals. So 100 to 1,000 users, it's very hard to change, and yeah, it consists of more than one department, right? Inter-enterprise is also called a pride system, right? Pride system. Obviously, it's very hard to change also, but basically everything is integrated, put together, right? So you have a hospital, you have a pharmacy, you have different businesses all working together. You will have an inter-enterprise, right? How do enterprise systems solve the problems of department silos? There we go, silos or silos. I don't know how you pronounce that, but there's another coincidence of pseudocode. Pseudocode. I actually pronounce it right. Anyway, silos. Now, what are silos? Silos are basically information that is stored on separate systems. So if you picture a workplace, let's say you got five systems. You got your accounting system, your marketing system, production system, management system, and directors system. If you store, let's say, the weather today in different of those five systems, you're creating a silo. Each system is stored information on each one separately. But now when you get to a big business, that's bad, right? You have to have everything in one system. Why? So let's say the weather changes, right? And a person in the accounting system knows the weather change. So they will change the system in the accounting, the weather changed. But all the other systems, those humans who's operating it still has to change it. This is bad. So if you change one thing in one system, it won't change other thing. People have to change it manually. So this could create problems for the business. So if you don't have a silo, you're either probably operating on what? On a work group. A work group information system is separate, right? So a work group information system you have for marketing operations. See, each one of these departments have a work group information system. But if all those departments come together in one system, what is it called? It's called an enterprise information system, right? So what are the problems of information silos? So obviously the problem of information silos is the fact that all information is stored separately. Changes in the information system won't be updated together. You'll have problems. There'll be inefficiency. Inefficiency is a word, right? It's not effective to do that. Now, same thing they're saying over here, right? Let's say a person who's a debtor, right? A person who's a debtor who owes money, let's say they're not allowed to make any orders. Now, if you have a silo or if you have operating on a workgroup information system that all information is separately, what's going to happen is going to be a contradiction somewhere. Because in accounting, function, let's say it is updated. So it'll tell it, listen here, if there's any sale that's going to come from this person A, do not make the sale. But in the ordering system, they never update it there. Now the ordering system will be like, why are we preventing this person from ordering? Because the accounting system never give the information to the ordering system. They're not integrated, they're not together. So that becomes a problem. So there'll be inefficiencies, right? Now, how do organizations solve the problems of information silos? Very, very simple. Go to an enterprise system. An enterprise system is when everything's linked up. There's two types of enterprise, obviously. There's an enterprise system as an inter-enterprise system, right? It's very easy. Enterprise system is a big business, like a hospital, everything is together. But an inter-enterprise is basically that whole like hospital or the business and other whole businesses in the country or in the place, in the location, like pharmacies, your customers, everything is like added to your business basically. Now your enterprise system for patient discharge. So as I said, right, if you just have a work group information system in a hospital, you're gonna have one for your customers, your patients, your doctors, all separately. If you have an enterprise, it'll just be in the hospital, everything is linked up. But the problem is, you don't, for an hospital, right? Everything's an enterprise. What about pharmacies you have to connect to? So if you connect to other pharmacies, other people besides the hospital, you become an enterprise, right? But the hospital itself is an enterprise, don't forget that, right? But if the hospital connects to a pharmacy, enterprise. Yeah, so this is an enterprise system, as you can see. Everything in the hospital business is connected. If you put here a pharmacy, which is an external entity, this becomes an enterprise. Business process reengineering is very easy, right? There's something called continuous process. Continuous process is small changes. Business process reengineering is big changes. So let's say you implementing an information system in the business and everyone is still in the olden days. When you implement this new system, this is a new change. This change is very, very like insane. Like this is like a big change. Big change calls re-engineering. Re-engineering is any big change that takes place in the business. There's going to be problems that you encounter doing re-engineering. The employees will be like, hold on, we did this for 1,000 years since we were born. There's no need to change. Employees will be like, you are basically gonna put computers in place of us and we're gonna go jobless. That's a problem. So you're gonna have a lot of problems with this, huh? Now the how does CRM, okay, so basically another form of enterprise information systems are these, right? These are also enterprise systems. You got a CRM. Now what is a CRM? A CRM is a customer relationship management. A customer relationship management system basically stores all the information from the customer from the time it bought the good to the end. So what good they bought, what's the order, what's the shipping detail, what's the return, how much they charge, the accounting of it, debit, credit, everything is stored about the customer, everything combined together. That's a CRM. And ERP is an enterprise resource planning. Enterprise resource planning, yeah, this is a customer. Then I said, yeah, enterprise resource planning. Yeah, enterprise resource planning is very, very big. So this stores like the customers, the orders, the production. So enterprise resource planning is basically an extremely big thing. It comprises of almost everything in the business. Literally, it's very, very, very big, bigger than the CRM. Enterprise resource planning stores every detail about the business departments, the production, the customers, everything. Unlike the CRM that just stores information into the customers, enterprise resource planning is everything, even the customer production, order, how many times people went to the toilets in the business, everything. It stores information about every single thing. So as you can see, it's storing everything here in the database. Everything is going in, everything is getting noted, everything is getting accounted for in the business. Now, enterprise application integration, as I said, EAI, what do you think it is? Well, it's obviously going to be like different businesses like working together, integrated. They all have their own enterprise resource planning, but they all are like interrelated. All the business join together. Now, if all the businesses join together, right, this is extremely, extremely good. This will prevent information silos because obviously everything is linked together. Um, So can you see over here how every single like business or anything is stored in the server? So this is a hospital. All the information is stored in the hospital. So let's say all this information that's stored in a hospital is stored in this main database. A pharmacy can use its database to get information from the hospital. So you see, so it's integrated, right? So it connects islands, it communicates, share data. So what's the most thing now? What's the difference between enterprise resource planning and enterprise application integration? Now, this is a very big difference. An enterprise application integration is a little bit less of an enterprise resource planning. So let's say you're a business that's very do not want to change to an enterprise resource planning, because enterprise resource planning is the biggest type of system there. Enterprise application integration is a merger. What it means, it basically, let's say if you don't want to do a big change, go to enterprise resource planning. An enterprise application integration just do small changes. It combines everything but at a smaller scale. If you want to gradually go from a business to a ERP, enterprise resource planning, you'll use this first. So this is small steps taken to get a ERP in your business. So if the employees are very hesitant to go to an ERP because it's a big change, you want to gradually go there. You want a small go there, small changes. Yes, it is an ERP technically, but it's not of a big change. That is why over here, if you see, it's combining everything together. Simple ERP system. An enterprise resource planning system, it won't look like this. It'll look like, see, everything just going in and out, there, out, circle, everything. Over here, it's a very simple structure. Now, what are the challenges when implementing and upgrading information systems? There's four challenges. Collaborative management basically means there's no management. An enterprise resource system, yeah, is basically one system for everyone. So there's no actual person in charge. There's no manager. There's no like a person in charge of the whole system. That's stupid to get done. Obviously, before when you had a workgroup information system, those separate systems, each manager could be for each system. But an enterprise resource planning just one whole system, so there's no person involved in charge. Requirements gap. When you need to put an enterprise resource planning system in your business, there's two ways. You can either make it your own or you can either buy it from someone. Buying it from someone, you might not fulfill all your needs in the business. Therefore, it has requirement gaps. It's missing some things you need in the business, in the system, sorry. Also, when you create one, see, a system enterprise resource is big, it's expensive, it's a lot. So even when you make it, you might run it and then realize, oh no, it doesn't like really do a certain thing. It forgot to do a certain thing. And that's possible, right? So that's requirements gap. Transition problems, talk about employees. Employees are very hesitant to go to the ERP route because everything is, it's a big change. Also, it replaces the jobs, right? People who do accounting and all, it kind of replaces the jobs because an ERP will store the order, the production, everything for them. ERP, computer information system, will basically do all the calculations for them. It stores everything, does everything. So obviously this means less employees. Less employees means employees must go away. So employers will be hesitant, right? So employer resistance. So two different things here. And transition problems, basically talking about how the business itself is transitioning, going to a change to a system, to an ERP. The employer resistance is mostly talking about how the employees feel about changing to an ERP. So employees are very hesitant. They don't like to do it. They don't like to change, and yeah, they don't like to change. Yeah. How do enterprise solve the problems of enterprise silos? So enterprise silos. Let's say if you have a pharmacy and you have a hospital, that's an enterprise. How does it prevent silos? How does it prevent information from storing on separate things? Well, obviously it puts everything together. So it puts all the pharmacy information together, hospital. So if the doctor wants to know what medicine to give the patient, it needs to go to the hospital. It doesn't need to go to the hospital. It can just go to the computer system and get the information from the hospital, because all the information is linked up from the hospital to the pharmacy, whatever. So as you can see over here, if you just have this, it's a work group. But if everything combines, it's an enterprise system. So as you can see, these are information silos. If this is a work group, information stored in either group is called a silo. because they're not interrelated. The health club can't contact the patient or know information about the patient. If you connect everything, it's an enterprise, and enterprise is the best. So see, enterprise is very very good because everyone is in the loop, everyone is connected, all the information you want is connected. If you want to know what time the person went to the toilet, he'll tell you. If you want to know what time Mr. Shushu got slapped, sleep, yes, see, you'll know that. You'll basically know everything because everything is interrelated, every database is connected, every information enterprise is connected, enterprise, everything enterprise, okay. um yeah, and that's that part 3. So this is the last part now, social media.